Canadaland was a few years ago a well-respected media criticism podcast in Canada and had an active Reddit r/Canadaland. The background of this drama is that the r/Canadaland/r/Canadaland/ sub now generally isn't supportive of the Canadaland podcast. Over the last 2 years, the podcast took a hard pro-Israel turn, and thus the guy running the podcast is trying to identity the negative posters because he seems to think the opposition to the podcast is just like one or two guys sock puppeting all the negativity, and it seems he suspects their identities to be fellow journalists in Canada. There could be some sock puppets, but it is more likely that it is just a fair bit of former listeners just don't like the hard pro-Israel political turn the podcast took. But anyhow, a representative of the podcast was added to the mod team this past week, and then they immediately sent out mod mail with tip trackers in them to the users who were critical of the podcast. At the same time, they sent tip trackers to many left-leaning Canadian journalists, probably to find a correlation between the mod mail tips and the journalist tips. https://www.reddit.com/r/Canadaland/comments/1r/CV9g8/comments/abouzik/?button/source equals share and /medium equals mwebex and /name equals mwebex and /term equals 1 and /content equals share /button https://www.reddit.com/r/Canadaland/comments/1r/CV9g8/comments/abouzik/?button_source equals share and @medium equals mwebex and @name equals mwebex and @term equals 1 and @content equals share button. Another recent development is a new Canadaland Reddit, https://www.reddit.com/r/Canadaland/comments/1r0jgt/welcome /_to/Canadaland is the best //www.reddit.com/r/Canadaland/comments/1r0jgtr/welcome _to_Canadaland is the best _ but it only allows positive commentary, or maybe that was satire, I don't know. Anyhow, here we are with another round of this ongoing conflict.